Welcome back to Merrill Math. I'm Mr. Merrill. I'm also sick, so that's why I might sound a little off today. But we have some good problems for you. So today, what we're looking at are the dreaded paint offense problems. Sometimes they're called work problems, but it's a problem where some kind of job is being done in a certain amount of time, and two or more people have to work together. So there's a method for doing these problems that I haven't really seen taught anywhere else. So I want to claim that I came up with it, but I probably didn't. But I do have a name for it. So these are the product over sum problems. So the method that we use is finding a product and finding a sum, and then just finding the quotient of those. So what I call them is the POS problems. You might also remember them as the piece of shit problems, because they can be kind of frustrating. So let's talk about an example. So we've got a typical example of a problem here. Bob can paint a fence in 3 hours. Bill can do it in 5 hours. How long will it take if they work together? So these are the types of problems. I bumped the camera, sorry. These are the types of problems that we will typically see. They're painting a fence, or they're building a wall, or they're, doing some kind of work. So Bob can do it in 3 hours. Bill can do it in 5. We want to find the product over sum, right? So the product in this case is 3 times 5, that's 15. And the sum is 3 plus 5, that is 8. And our units is just whatever these units are, so it's hours. So 15 over 8 hours. So we might also say, let's say we want to simplify this a little bit. So it's almost 2 hours, because 8 goes into 16 twice, so it only goes into 15 once. So we can make a mixed number here. Sorry, I have a cold. We can make a mixed number here out of this. So we could say 1 7/8 hours. If they want it in minutes, hours and minutes, we can do the conversion there. Find an eighth of an hour, multiply that by 7, there you go. But this is our answer, and yes, those problems are just that easy. So we might say they're no longer pieces of shit. All right, another example, and then we'll call this one good. Mario can save the princess in 5 hours. Luigi can do it in 3 hours and 30 minutes because, Luigi's OP. If we're talking about Mario 2 here. So Mario can do it in 5 hours. Luigi can do it in 3 hours, 30 minutes. This is where it becomes a little bit trickier. So, hang on a second. 3 hours, 30 minutes is not the same unit as hours. It has hours and minutes. So what we have to do is convert it into just hours or just minutes. We could do that too. But we're going to convert it to hours because it's easier to work with. So for this, we say, okay, 30 minutes, you probably already know what fraction this is. Over 60 total minutes, we could say that's 0.5 hours. Let's say it was 45, right? So 45 over 60. We would say that's 0.75 hours. Or if it's 12 over 60. So whatever minutes you have there, you just divide it by 60, and that gives you what it is as hours in a decimal. So in this case, we have 5 and 3.5. So we're going to do the product. So 5 times 3.5 over the sum. 5 plus 3.5. So product over sum. So 5 times 3.5, 5 times 3.5. That gives us 17.5 over 5 plus 3.5. So that is 8.5. So 17.5 divided by 8.5. So 17.5 divided by 8.5. And that gives us 2.0588, yada, yada, yada. So we could say, approximately 2 point, we had 0588, so we could say 06 hours. So Luigi helps out quite a bit. So that's all that those are. The paint a fence problems or the build a wall problems, typically called work problems. I used to have a video on those on this channel as well, but I don't think I marketed it correctly because a lot of people didn't click on it. So I decided to redo it while I was sick, partly so I could listen to how I sound while I'm sick, and you guys can too. So paint a fence problems, they're not too bad. All right, if you have any questions, comments, points of clarification, feel free to leave those in the comments below. Otherwise, thanks for watching.